BIPOC or people of color, it's not, you can take this, throw it away. This is not the problem. Low education areas are fed by low educated thinkers. And I'll give you an example. And most of you know, we are family in here. Most of you know me, I'm Teddy, CEO of Artistry and Industry and CEO of Schiele and Associates. But before I ever had one of those esteemed titles, and this is related to this, when I moved here in 2019 from Louisiana, relating it to this, where I said, throw this away, you're 4 months into this process, so you hadn't been corrupted by the system yet. So this is a great opportunity to just show you something. The problem isn't the low education. The problem isn't that this area is 75% people of color. The problem is this. When I came here in 2018, I had 3 bachelor's degrees, had 2 master's degrees, had 26 years of working for the military in the equivalent of a C-level position. Applied for 9,600 jobs and got 0 callbacks. The only people that would call me back were entry-level people, and where I had to start at the bottom with people with no education, with people with no ambition, no drive, to just want to work. $15 an hour is the best. Working in little marketing firms, sales firms, with all of the plethora of information that I had. What happens with communities of color is we see this, so there's no ambition, no drive, no reason to move up when there is no up to move to. So before I started my own company in consulting, I was among those just looking. So this becomes a problem because after 2 or 3 months of you trying to tell your wife that it's going to be okay, that I'm going to feed you, that everything's all right, mama may have to move in, her mama may have to move in, her daddy may have to move in, and the other side of that, just educating, and I just want to make sure that we understand so we continue, so we don't keep pushing this false narrative. So if you want the growth in these areas, BIPOC areas, to increase, this is how it happens. Stop lying to yourselves. There are people in here, I see great leaders in here, and most of us, we work together all the time in making sure that we facilitate in small businesses for the community of San Antonio. But looking around the room, there's only 2 black people in here. So how can you talk to them about the black community if you're not talking to the black community? And if the black community knows that you're not going to give them a position, and I'm a blunt person, I have looked at some of the jobs I applied for, and it's the same character that gets that job. An underqualified old white woman or an underqualified young black woman. So those are the minorities that they put in this position. So you're not talking to minorities. You're talking to older white women and young black women. That's not minorities, so you're not solving the problem because either one. So you're not bringing a sustainable family dynamic to fruition. The next part of that is when we talk about placement. A lot of us in here don't care about the industry. So you need to stop focusing on whether it's the healthcare industry, whether it's the medical industry, but these are the jobs that are moving the next generation. Human resources, operations, sales, marketing, management, those positions that can be interchangeable for any job because the college system is broken. We spend a whole lot of money going to college, and we come out with 5 degrees like me and can't get a job because we were told you need to go into political science, you need to go into nursing. We, and our small businesses, we know what we're looking to hire. We're looking to hire somebody who's going to run our HR department because we're a small business. We have to shift really quickly. We don't have time to hire somebody who has a nursing degree. You can throw that out the window. We need to hire what we need. So we need to stop focusing on training or the upsells of training these people, bringing them up a pipeline. That's great. Next, the next thing I have to address in that regard on the placement side of things. Placing people is very important, but a lot of this information, if a business owner does not understand systems, because we go from being employees, there's only 4 ways to make money. If we understand the cash flow quadrant. Being an employee, employer, self-employed, business owner, or investor. We typically go from being employee to self-employed, like most of us small business owners, and then we transition to business owners, so we don't understand systems. So if you really want to save San Antonio, this beautiful, amazing city that we all love, you have to understand, how do I teach small business owners how to operate and navigate within the system, understand methodology, understand strategy, because that's the part that hurts us, because we can't hire what we don't know we need. We don't even know we need these things because we don't know how to operate the system. And lastly, in that, connecting to the community. I thank you, Jana, for what we're doing here. This is the most important thing that the Chamber can do. And Diego, Kenzie, you know I love you, Katie, one of the greatest leaders. If you don't know Katie, y'all need to get to know her, because she's one of the greatest leaders that we have in an asset here. But these are the things that we talk about in public policy. And I'll close it with that. As far as the community, we have an obligation here as small business owners to get to know each other. I don't care about the corporations. It's you, it's you, it's you, it's you. Because us as small businesses, if we are not the backbone of a community like San Antonio, we're talking about as far as the wages being a gap in that, what we're talking about as far as the strategy involved in getting people placed, or the assessments, or the actual training of these people. It all sounds great to put 2.3 million toward this, 3.4 million toward that, but we're not sustaining the small business. And the reason that San Antonio looks different is because us small businesses can't afford to pay compared to these big cities, because you're not putting your focus on us. Garrison?